I started teaching in Plano School in 1952, and Mr. Sigler and I would always go down to Douglas Elementary because he thought that was real special for us to go down there. And one of my favorite places to go, because the homemaking teacher down there was a friend of mine, Tracy Wortham, and we would always go down to their fashion shows, and they'd come up to ours. We had a real close relationship. And when we integrated, she and I both grabbed each other around the neck and said, "Aren't we glad to be together now?" And it was a special time for all of us.
We all knew each other. We played with each other. I hated segregation because of the show we had. The blacks had to sit upstairs and the whites downstairs, and if you've ever been hit from a balcony with a milk dud,
I've grown up to realize how important, how wonderful this school district has been. The community has been to me and my family. And as a young student, I took it for granted that this happened everywhere, that it was a seamless transition, you know, as we went through integration, because you guys made it seamless. The community made it seamless. We just knew that we were integrating, and it would be great, things would be fine, and it was. Until I arrived in college and I saw other kids, African American kids, who I communicated with, and they talked about all the strife, all the difficult times and the prejudice that they were forced to live with.
Those were tough days. Eisenhower had just sent the troops to Little Rock. We were trying to make plans for integration. We knew it was coming. We worked it out with the two principals of the principal of the Douglas School and T.H. Williams. T.H. was a real good ally during those days too. Ben Thomas was a rather active member of the Douglas community. I liked the Thomases very much. Ben said, "Let's see if we can't work out something with peace."
I think the key to it all was the people that we had. And it was seamless when I got here. It was just rolling and accepted, and people knew that it was the right thing.
I just remember getting off the bus at the back of the parking lot, and it's like, this is the way it ought to be. And I have a vivid memory of walking into school that day with lots of people I hadn't seen before because they were in town and we only knew the people in the country if they weren't on the bus. But I just felt like this is the way it's supposed to be.
We have known Dr. Hendricks as our great superintendent. Had you been in Dr. Hendricks' shoes from the stories he's told me in the past, I'd have my bag packed and my shoes. I wouldn't even put my shoes on. I would have been out of town. The job he did during those days is remarkable. The job that Ben Thomas did during those days is remarkable. The job that Bill Williams did during those days is remarkable. The job that John Hightower did during those days is remarkable. Dr. Hendricks, to you and all that you went through during that time, this community is truly grateful.
It'll work. It'll work. Not one blemish that first year at all. The kids, both black and white, accepted each other, and you'd have thought that it never existed in the first place.